This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joyton. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Bradley Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
It's our favorite time of year. It's summer, and I'm sure the joyous laughter at the club can be heard several blocks away.
Oh yeah, we're seeing a big influx of kids again this year. A lot of people are dropping their kids off. Our staff is very happy and ready and trained to provide opportunities for these kids. We have a lot of partnerships in the community too, where we're out doing a lot of field trips, getting the kids active. Of course, some of the outreach programs that we do, the Youth Volunteer Corps, the mentoring program, are up and running as well, and those are going very, very well.
So all these years, the building process where we were trying to get kids in there instead of sitting home and those discretionary hours and doing things they shouldn't be doing, or sitting home alone and being on the internet all day not doing stuff, it's working.
It is working, and I think the community is really starting to buy in through the exposure of what we're trying to put out there. It's not just the kid picking up that pool stick for 3 hours. They're actually learning those educational components and having fun at the same time. It is summer, so everything, of course, is geared around towards having fun, getting outdoors, being active, those kind of things, enjoying our beautiful area that we live in. But the parents are really starting to see the benefit of what we're trying to do for the kids, and our staff is very well trained at what they do, and they're very excitable and very, very easygoing and approachable, and have the best interests of the kids at heart.
Yeah, and you have the summer lunch program going on.
Yep.
Food program.
Yep, that's a big component of what we provide every year. It's year-round, but the summer is our biggest component because of the fact that we serve the most kids. And it's right now we're serving between 90 and 100 meals a day.
Wow.
We're really seeing a lot of kids. In 1 o'clock is when we serve our lunch. And then we also provide a snack at 4 p.m. So kids 18 and younger can come in and eat for free.
Amazing.
This is not,
don't have to be a member of the club.
Don't have to be a member of the club. We just ask that, you talk to a staff member before you come in, things like that. And we don't have a lot of people that just come off the streets or anything like that. Most of the kids that we serve, 99% of the kids we serve are actually just club members on a daily basis.
Okay, sounds wonderful. And then it's a proven fact, Brad, that kids who don't read and don't do activities during the summer, they have a brain drain. They can lose like half of a grade when they go back to school in the fall. They're like jerky starts because they've lost so much knowledge during the summer.
Yep, and and to combat that, we provide a program called Summer Brain Gain. That combats that summer slide or the summer learning loss. And it's, like you said, it is a proven fact that kids lose about 50% of the previous year's grade. And to help combat that, we're providing this program to help the kids learn past educational things that they learned, in fourth grade, but yet learn those components going into fifth grade too. So trying to give them a head start, yet retain some of those things that they learned in the previous year. This program that we run here, it is a local program, but it's also tested on the national level as well. And it's all pre and post test surveys, those kind of things. So we actually see that there is a huge impact of those educational components that we're throwing out there to the kids.
Okay, and the fun programs like fishing, hiking, and field trips, but you also have Ultimate Journey.
Ultimate Journey, that's when I was a program staff at the club, this is one of my favorite programs. It's a nature discovery. The kids get out, and because we do live in Alpena, it's just a plethora of different opportunities that the kids can do to go out and hike and learn about plants and learn about different bugs and things of that nature. And it's a lot of fun, just to go out and show a kid how to identify a tree and what a serrated leaf is compared to a smooth edge leaf, or what the difference is between a pine tree and an oak tree, or a different kind of butterfly, or just insects, and just basically it's getting kids to discover the world around them.
And then Wacky Weather.
Oh yes, this is a program that Matt Mashinsky runs. He's very passionate about wacky weather. We live in Michigan. Things can change in 5 minutes. We can get snow, rain, whatever it takes. So it's a really fun program because we do the forecast for each day, and the kids learn about how to be a meteorologist in some aspects. And it's a lot of fun for the kids, and Matt makes it, of course, very, very fun.
And the Youth Volunteer Corps, they're out and about in the community doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, yes. And that's another program that Matt Mashinsky runs. He's actually our Youth Volunteer Corps director. And he's got a lot of very good established projects that are out there with the agencies, Habitat, Humane Society, Turning Brook, some great places that give the kids a lot of diverse activities to get involved in the community.
They were at a Friends Together event that I was at, and they just were such wonderful young people, and what can I do, what can I do? And they were just really nice young people, and they seemed to be enjoying what they were doing.
These are the leaders of the leaders. You know, these kids willingly step up to help the community. You know, they see the needs, and they go forward to be present and to go out and fulfill those needs for the community. So, you know, to see a 14-year-old step up to want to help with an intergenerational project and go to Turning Brook and, you know, even just play cards or play euchre or do something with someone that, you know, is, you know, there's a big difference in age, to learn from those experiences. These kids are very blessed to be involved in a program that really, you know, helps fulfill their needs.
And health screening. Excuse me. We have just enough time to talk about the free health screening coming up.
Yep, August 4th, we're going to be providing a free health screening for the community, and this is for anybody.
Okay.
This is through a partnership with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and through Henry Ford Health System.
Okay.
They're going to be bringing a big mobile health unit up to Alpena to do screenings for preemptive care. You know, a lot of people have access to health care, but they don't really. They don't have that preemptive care, or they just don't go after it. Well, this is designed to help get you coordinated with a local primary health care physician, and in no way does it mean that Henry Ford system is taking your personal information or anything like this. It all stays local, and it's really just to get out there to do screenings to help people maybe see that there could be something wrong with you that you don't know, or just to get that bill of health saying that you're all right.
Set your mind at ease.
Exactly. And it's free. Okay. And it's a great way for us to support the community that's supported us for so many years.
And we don't know all the details yet, but just keep watching the news and listening, and you'll find out all the details.
Absolutely.
And we're almost out of time, but I just want to tell people that, you know, with over 150 kids coming to the club on a daily basis, that's where your child needs to be. If you need information on membership and how affordable it is and that summer lunch program, give you a call, 356-0214.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very much for being here, Brad.
Thank you, Nancy.
I'll be right back with some information from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Val Williams from Huron Humane Society. Good morning, Val.
Good morning.
I'm sure things are crazy at Huron Humane Society, as they always are, and I know you're just reeling in the success of your wonderful mutt run.
Absolutely. We had our mutt run June 6th, so just earlier this month, and it was just a gleaming success, our best year ever. Of course, we seem to be hitting those marks consistently, but mostly because of the support from everyone who was involved. We had Chief's Bar and Grill, or Denny Mayo, as most people know him, really kind of instrumental in planning the whole event and choosing the route that we went to. We had a really beautiful cruise up into Presque Isle County, and the weather was absolutely beautiful that day, so we couldn't have asked for better conditions. But overall, I think our previous best year was around $4,000, and this year we hit the $5,200 mark. So a huge shout out to everyone who contributed. We had some wonderful auction items that were donated by individuals and businesses. We had a lot of people come out to the event in the evening just to bid on those items. And then we had everyone who showed up for the actual motorcycle run, which was over 100 people.
Wow.
So it was a great turnout. Thank you to everyone. We couldn't have done it without everyone's support. And this town is just so supportive.
We always say they give till it feels good.
They really, really do. So thank you to everyone for that.
And talking about things that are so important, volunteers.
Absolutely. You know, if you're interested in volunteering, maybe you've thought about coming out to the Humane Society before, you can always start by giving us a call. Our number is 989-356-4794. give us a call and talk to us about what it is you're interested in. That's the best way to kind of gauge what's going on at the shelter at any given time, because we do, like you said, we have a community that's super supportive, so we do have a lot of things going on, whether they're events that we're organizing or events that community groups are organizing. There is always something happening that you could be involved in if you were interested, not to mention the opportunities to just give us a call and say, hey, do you have any dogs that are in particular need of maybe going for a long walk today or maybe this weekend, and you'd be more than welcome to come out and take an animal.
If you go for a walk every day, put this dog on a leash, take him for a walk, pick him up, take him back, good for the dog, it socializes them, and good for you, makes you maybe walk a little longer and faster than you were going to, and you're really doing a great service for the Humane Society.
Absolutely, and on that note, we do have some really nice groomed trails out behind the shelter too, where people are welcome to take the animals for walks. And so yeah, give us a call if you think you're interested in volunteering. Also, if you don't really want to pick up the phone and call anyone, you can go to our website or our Facebook page. Both places on the internet have a volunteer service application that you can fill out, where you'll get a little bit more information about some of the things that we have going on. We'll ask you questions about your interests, and then that application is automatically forwarded to our email address, where we have a few different committees involved with our shelter that can get in touch with you based on what your interests are. So there are always volunteer opportunities happening.
And then if you come and walk a dog, maybe you'd want to foster it at your home once you find out how wonderful the dog
Absolutely.
is.
We certainly hope that that happens. So that is another way that you can support the Huron Humane Society if you're interested in possibly fostering an animal. Maybe you can't adopt right now. That's okay. We have opportunities for fostering.
You do, and you take the dog home, you pay, the Humane Society pays for all the vet bills and anything, but you take that dog in with your family and get them out and about, going where you go and what you're doing, and get them all socialized, and they just adopt faster.
Absolutely. So we do have another event coming up the end of summer. August 30th, we have an event hosted by Bark Aid, which is also the 50 States Tour.
Okay.
You can find out information about them on the internet, on our website, or on our Facebook page. And what happens is a renowned stylist by the name of Patrick Lomantini comes into Alpena, and he chose Figurehead Salon this year as his location and our shelter. And what he does is he does as many haircuts as he can between 9 a.m. and whatever time we decide to end on August 30th. And every donation is 100% donated back to the Huron Humane Society.
Oh, wonderful.
So yeah, he travels all over the country, and he does a different shelter for each state. And we are lucky enough to be the shelter that he features for Michigan for the last 3 years. So huge thank you to Patrick for doing that, and Bark Aid and the 50 States Tour. And if you'd like more information, you can contact the Figurehead Salon or contact the Huron Humane Society. Go on our Facebook page. We have a ton of information up already about the event. So.
Okay, and then once again too, if you feel you don't have time to volunteer, all the items that you use in your home, cleaning supplies and fabric softener and towels and laundry sheets and bleach and all those things, you need all of those things at the shelter.
Absolutely, 10 times as much as you would need in your home. We're caring for sometimes over 100 animals, depending on what we have in house at the time. So, like you said, the paper towel, the bleach, the cleaning supplies, blankets, things like that, household towels that maybe you're done using, we can use for bedding and cleaning and all sorts of things. So, and not to mention the dog treats, cat treats, the toys, the leashes, the collars, all those things certainly come in handy too.
Okay. And it's warm, friendly atmosphere, and come and see the changes that have been going on out there. You've made a lot of changes. If you haven't been there in a while, you need to go check it out.
Absolutely. We have a whole new wing of our shelter now that's dedicated to intakes and adoptions. So when the animals first come in, they have a secure area where they're kept away from the other animals until we get a feel for how they are, what their behavior is like, and their health level. And then we have another area where we have some dogs that are kept in brand new kennels, and it's just a beautiful area. Tom Pelkey has done a great job with himself and all of the volunteers that have helped him with that effort. So definitely stop out to the shelter and check it out. There's so many new things happening. It's definitely
if you are thinking of a pet, come on out and check them out. adopt a pet. Don't go to a puppy mill or something. Come and get a pet and take them home and give them their forever home.
Absolutely. We have a lot of options for just about any family.
And there's meet and greets out in the community where people can check animals out. I know one is at Lori Steffen's office, Real Estate One.
Yes, every Thursday, Lori Steffen's office, the Alpena City Police Department,
Okay.
the Alpena City building, the government building,
Okay.
and then also the State Farm office. So everybody, all 4 of those places host a different animal every Thursday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m.
Okay.
It's a great opportunity for our animals to get out into the community and to kind of get socialized. And for the people who can't drive out to the shelter, right here in town, you can stop in on your lunch hour and meet one of our adorable adoptables.
Okay, one more time, give us all the contact information.
Sure. Our phone number is 989-356-4794. Our website, huronehumanesociety.org. Also, you can check us out on Facebook, where you can get just as much information as you can on our website.
Thank you very much for being here, and thank everyone out there for taking such wonderful care of the animals in our community.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Olin Joynton following these messages.
Good morning and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I am Joe Gentry and I am the host this morning, guest host of Talk of the Town, and it's my pleasure and privilege to interview Olin Joynton, who has been the host for the last 11 years. And this is his last setting here in Alpena as he retires on Tuesday, June 30th as president of Alpena Community College. So Olin, are you anxious or excited about your leaving Alpena and entering a new phase of your life?
Well, I don't really do anxiety, but I'm excited. But people have been asking me for about a month or two, are you counting the days? And I would say, working up to the last board meeting, the answer would be no. I was real focused on that very important process of getting the budget passed and getting set for the new year. But since then, I have been noticing myself savoring the day when I will depart, and with mixed emotions, because my family and I have enjoyed our time so much here.
You've accomplished an awful lot during your tenure as the president. I've been lucky enough to work with you as a trustee at the college. What do you savor the most? You have something that you're really fond of that you've accomplished that when you leave, you'll say, boy, I was a part of that.
Well, I guess a number of things come to mind that I can look back during my tenure and say we, and the important term there is we, did something really good. I think certainly the building projects have been important. The management of the budget during a difficult period in the college's history is something that I take pride in for the college and for all the people that contributed to that endeavor. Something a little bit more intangible, I think, might lie closest to my heart, which would be the spirit of trust and cooperation that I see, I believe, at a very good level at ACC. And I'm not trying to make any comparisons, but I think that I've seen it grow during my time here. I've seen people come together. Mutual gains bargaining might be a manifestation of it, but I think it's deeper than just a methodology for bargaining contracts. The trust and cooperation and willingness to go the extra mile for the college, I think, comes about when people are leading by example and operating with integrity, doing what they say they will do. And so those kinds of things might even be the highest on my list. I also got to mention the incredible accomplishments of our students. They have put one foot in front of another to complete their programs, bringing us to most people know this, the highest level of graduation of all community colleges in the state. And they get a lot of support from faculty and staff, but it's really to their credit that they figure out how to get there, finish the course, and complete their studies at ACC and go on to live better lives.
I agree with you there. The honors breakfast every year, I say it's my favorite day of being a trustee because you see all the accomplishments and the hard work of the staff, administration, to give a lot of students that probably wouldn't have an opportunity otherwise to get ahead. Anything left undone that if you could go back and finish that sticks out in your mind?
Well, let's see. I was telling somebody that the one thing that I wished had been able to happen under my tenure would be a reduction of the personnel costs to below 80%. That's something that I had announced to the trustees as a worthy goal repeatedly over the last few years. And it's not that we don't want to support our employees. They do a great job for us, but somehow it's well known among community college presidents that when you start to get those costs around 75% or less, you have the funding to take care of deferred maintenance, you have the funding to start up new programs. And we've been able to do a lot of that in very ingenious ways. A lot of our new programs coming about through grants that Dr. McMaster has acquired for us. But if we're going to be on the cutting edge and innovative as we should be in the future and keep our facilities the way they should, that's a continuing priority that I would recommend for the board and Don to consider.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Any good advice that you can leave with Dr. McMaster as he takes your place and position as president?
Well, golly, he's well prepared and been a lot of fun for me to follow the board's direction and lead him, work with him on a mentoring plan this past year. For me, I think having an intense focus on what lies closest to the college mission, which often means saying no to 15 or 20 things in order to do the one thing that is most important, would be paramount, in addition to all of the things that you would just assume a president would do. The other piece of advice, I think, it would be take care of yourself, and don't let the title and don't let the demands of the job overwhelm you. The trustees have been very generous with me with opportunities for time off or some combinations of business travel that's also pleasurable that I have appreciated. I've never felt that I couldn't do those things that are necessary to maintain my own personal well-being, my connection with my family, and the things that really keep a person going other than the job, and then allow you to approach the job with energy and freshness. So those two things I think would be very important.
You're a real Renaissance man. You're a philosophy major. You are an administrator of a college and president. You play the bass in the jazz quartet. You're a well-known cook with ALL and your spaghetti dinners. What's the future hold for you now as you depart this stage of your life?
Well, gosh, I do like to have fun and enjoy myself in the company of others. Well, I have one joke that I tell people. My first order of business is to exhale slowly, decompress, and take my PTSD treatment. And I don't want to be one of those people who flunks retirement, as the saying goes. I'd rush right into something new. I do think that at critical times in my life, I have heard a calling, been attentive to some kind of sense that I have that here's my mission, here's my destiny, here's what I'm supposed to do next. I haven't yet heard anything that distinct. I've actually wondered about training for another career, maybe in the industrial trades, but nothing's said at this point. I think I'm just going to take time with my family and for myself to make the transition, kind of get on my feet with my new life, and then see what's next.
Well, thank you very much for all you've done for the college and the community, Olin, and we wish you the best as you move forward.
Well, thank you so much, Joe.
That's a wrap.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smitham and Dr. Olin Joyden. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at www.wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design is brought to you by Young's Appliance on US 23 South in Alpena.